Hey everybody. So today we're going to cover a strategy from a digital marketing perspective called circle prospecting. I'm sure if you're a real estate agent, you've at least heard that termed coin phrase. But at the end of the day, what you essentially want to do is purchase a domain reflective of that listing. So for example, we'll use 123 Main Street. And once you purchase that domain, what you want to do is build a single property page with relevant information on your actual website. So once you have 123mainstreet.com attached to that page that you created, then the fun really starts to happen. So what you want to do, and this is a proven thing. We've tried this with numerous agents, and we generate a butt ton of leads with this. And essentially what you want to do is you want to create an ad as a coming soon or just listed, and then potentially couple that with a postcard. And then we can delve into that later, but we're not going to really talk about print today. But what you want to do is you want to run that ad and drive that traffic to 123mainstreet.com. Okay? So by this point, you should already have a Facebook pixel installed onto your website. And if you don't, well, you're probably missing the boat tremendously, because this is going to keep that top of mind awareness along the way. So once we create that ad, we drive the traffic to that page. What you want to do is create a story thereafter. So you get that ad, you get that interaction. It's not even about that lead right now, because these are cold prospects. And you all know how cold prospects react when you bombard them with 15 phone calls within the first 5 minutes. Yes, you do have to follow up, and that's a part of the game, but this is more of a strategy that's going to build credibility along the way versus just, hey, I saw you filled out a form and do you want to list your house? I would rather have you take the approach of drive that traffic to the site, and then 2 or 3 days later, showcase an actual live footage and another retargeting ad. Perhaps you might cover the backyard with the pool. You're taking live footage of this backyard, and you're showcasing how you actually market and list homes. That right there, it's going to strike a chord with your potential sellers, and especially if they've had a bad experience in the past, they're now saying, holy cow, this agent is going above and beyond what my last agent did, and now I see why this agent is selling these homes on average of 13 days on market, or whatever it may be. Those statistics are crucial. So once you do that, then you want to maybe that second retargeting ad, create something like a checklist of the list of services that you provide that goes above and beyond the traditional real estate agent. So you could create like a market checklist of maybe neighborhoods that have sold in the past, and then couple that ad with things that are needed to really maximize the value of the home along the way. So you could do a 5-step process to gain more equity at the point of sale with your home. And then you got to think this out, but once you start doing these things and thinking outside of the box compared to the traditional agent, guess what? You really start to magnetize your actual audience around this listing. So, let's focus on, and then by the way, what you would want to do when you set up that ad is just create like a geofence around that listing of, say, 1 mile. 1 mile is going to cover some good ground, and you're not necessarily, just putting an ad out there to, for example, our agencies in San Diego, your listing might be in Mission Hills. You don't want to necessarily market in, Carlsbad, which is 50 miles away, because that's not going to really strike a chord with your potential home seller. So that's a few tips that I feel that are going to be beneficial to you and really generating some more eyeballs on the business, and at the end of the day, hopefully, some more transactions. So talk to you soon, and have a great week.